It is currently 3 o'clock in the morning. I need to decide when I should actually be recording these things. You'd think at this point I'd have it down. Hey guys, it's Pergline, and today we are back with Lucid9 for Storytime Saturday. And of course I'm excited to get back to this, but just so you guys understand exactly why I look like a piece of shit and toast right now, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, like the intro said, and I was just watching the Overwatch Overwatch Sydney day 1 or 2, I don't remember, but oh my god, it was ridiculous. Can we just say AKTM, AKTF, like it was freaking ridiculous. Nonetheless, I digress. Guys, we are back with Lucid9. Probably won't be as long simply because I am tired as shit. But we'll see what happens. I'm not really that sure, all things considered. So, you know, let's get into it. So last time we left off, we had just met Shigure, and she is a detective who I'm really interested to see what the fuck is up with her. And then our friend here, Yui, decided to take us somewhere early in the morning before we go to school, so we're gonna see what the fuck that's all about. Also, I've got a fantastic different drink, so you guys aren't thinking I'm drinking piss. It's flavored sparkling water, because I'm fancy as fuck. Let's get into this. It takes me a moment to realize that we're on a complete detour. Instead of leading me to the academy, Rui stops by this main street. I almost had it. Yui, Rui, same shit. The city is fairly quiet at this time of day, excluding the handful of cars that roar down the street in a hectic commute. It's completely silent. Almost eerily so. Hey, it's okay. Hey, it's okay. No buses. Buses? She fixes me with a searching look for a second. Then, out of nowhere, her eyes spring wide open. They're after us, Agent Ishimoto. Run! She bolts down the street without warning. I've never seen her run so fast in her life. It spurs me to sprint after her, even though there's no visible threat, at least not from what I can tell. What on earth has possessed this girl? Rui's speeds pick up until we're precariously weaving around benches, street lamps, and other I was doing really well for my reading for like 2 seconds. And other miscellaneous items. I can easily keep up being in track and all, but Rui is clearly inexperienced. If she stays at this pace, she'll probably end up hurting herself. Called it. I find Rui sprawled out on the ground, gingerly nursing her ankle. Ugh. You okay? What, are you blind? You're the one who tripped. Why are you calling me blind? I'm not the one who asks, are you okay, to someone who's clearly in pain. She attempts to struggle to her feet, but crumples to the ground with a pained cry. I instinctively catch her arm. It's unexpectedly slender. I assume that she would have developed some muscle by how often she likes to hit me. But I gave you the brilliant idea to tear down the street like a mad woman anyway. Shut up and help me before we're late to school. If you were really worried about that, we shouldn't have come here in the first place. Come on already, idiot! Girls, I'll never understand them. Ever. No one will. There could be an entire series of books based off of like how to understand girls, and we still wouldn't understand girls. It's pretty sad. Anyway, regardless, I kneel down, pull Rui's arm around my shoulder, and slowly start to stand. It would have worked well, but our height difference is too substantial. She's clearly uncomfortable with her arm hitched above her head. This isn't working. Brilliant deduction, Sherlock. It is for a brain as tiny as yours. You know, maybe I should just leave you here. You wouldn't. I sigh, lowering her back to the ground. She's right, I wouldn't. So somehow I have to get her to school. Carrying her, maybe? Since she's wearing a skirt, a piggyback ride might be too difficult. I could try the tried and true potato sack style, but there wouldn't really be any way of putting her down without injuring her ankle. The only viable option is carrying her bridal style, which comes with problems of its own. A lot of them. Sending wrong messages, being close to Rui, confusing her, not only her, but also myself. Those are all very important. Everything I've sworn not to do. It's 7:50. Not my fault you're so clumsy. Just hurry up. Well, it doesn't look like there's any way out of it. I'll just have to get over it. I stooped down, slipping one arm beneath her ankle and the other one behind her, around her neck. Rui's breath catches slightly, and she instinctively wraps her arms around my neck. This is gonna be interesting. Sexual tension. Is there any way to, like, visualize sexual tension? Because I'm pretty sure this is it. I lean her slight weight against my chest and lift her into the air. She grips me a little tighter, pulling our faces precariously close. I gently wash over her breath on my cheeks, startles me for the gentle. I don't know why. Okay, I'm dumb. The gentle wash of her breath on my cheeks startles me forward. Since when were you so heavy? Since when were you so weak? I duck for a second, pretending to drop her. She squeaks, clutching onto me for dear life. I'm sorry, what was that? You're strong. You're pretty strong. Don't drop me. Damn right, shut the fuck up. I can't help but chuckle at that. She idyllically leans her head against my chest, her face open in curiosity. It feels comfortable. Too comfortable. What are you doing? She closes her eyes, and for a split second, I'm terrified that she'll say something terribly sappy. I was trying to find your heartbeat. It looks like you don't have one. Her eyes move back and forth. I just realized that. That's really dope. Classic Rui. Are you sure you're looking in the right place? What? Remember who flunked human anatomy? I didn't flunk. I just had other strengths. Like sleeping. You were the one who always got in trouble for napping. She's so adorable when she's angry. Come on, dude. Hey. Eyes. Eyes up here, dude. Just keep them there. Right. Keep them there. That's where you should be looking. She suddenly tugs on my sleeve, glancing around. What is it? We should go around. Why? We're almost there. Because my sixth sense is tingling. You don't have a sixth sense. You don't even have 5. I only smirk at this retort and continue towards the school entrance, but Rui tugs on my ear. Ow! What, really? Take me around. Why don't I just dump you here? I like that idea much more. You can't dump a lady on the ground. Great, I have no issues dumping you. Hey! She wobbles me in the chest and I stumble forward, coughing. My back, woman, are you trying to kill me? Oh, grow up, you big baby. She pats my chest, which feels even weirder. I'll dump you. What? I'll do it. Fine, I'll behave. Damn right. I obligingly take her around the path outside of the gate. Doon. Gotta love when the DJ adds a little remix to it. Doon. So what exactly is this detour for? Enjoying fresh air before we head to school? And we had to go all the way to the main street to do that? Sometimes you gotta do things just because you can, Yama. Yes, easy for you to say when you're getting carried. Rui suddenly yanks on my collar, staring over my shoulder. Wait, is that? I choke at her tight hold. Thankfully, she promptly releases me. Sorry. You really are trying to kill me, aren't you? No, I just... She points wordlessly at the school entrance. Lo and behold, it's none other than Saki Kezahai standing at the gate, scrolling casually through her phone. Well, I mean, to be honest, we all kind of figured this was going to happen. It was just when. So, you know, let's drink and figure out how the hell this is going to work out. Is Misaki going to see us is the question. Pretty sure she is. She seems completely oblivious to the throngs of students peering at her in a mix of admiration, jealousy, and contempt. Hooray! Welcome to Snooty Schools! I'll just get to class. Wait, Rui and Masaki in the same area. A perfect time to bring this needless drama to an end. Let's go say hi. Let's not. Well, while I'm carrying you, you go where I go. Then I guess I'm getting off. She disentangles herself and steps away, her weight evenly distributed on her feet. Are you being serious right now? Yeah, I am. I meant what I said yesterday, Yama. How's she supposed to know what to fix if you don't tell her? Because right now, she doesn't even think that anything's wrong. The first step is getting her to realize that. I don't really understand. Yeah, I kind of figured. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'm off to class now, okay? See you late. Really? Oh, well, looks like someone got off her phone. This should be interesting. Oh, I really wonder if Rui's ankle's actually hurt. After all this bullshit, I wonder if she'll have the strength to walk away. It is you! How long has it been? You saw me yesterday, didn't you? You should have said hello. I was speaking with Yama yesterday about Patter. I was wondering if you'd like to create an account so we can keep... But Rui, after simply staring at her in silence, breezes away without a word. She leaves Masaki still grinning, holding up her phone with a half-formed sentence spilling out of her mouth. In touch? Rui? But Rui doesn't stop. She keeps marching right through the doors of the classroom building. Masaki blinks for a moment, as if the gears in her brain have suddenly ground to a halt. Morning. Yeah, good morning. Is everything alright? She's not sick, is she? No. I mean, she's sick of your shit. I don't know if that counts. Then why did she act that way? Ugh, girl drama. I did not sign up for the... TBH, neither did I. Yama, me and you both. Let's just walk away right now. Let's go down to GFC, get us some fried chicken. We'll share a bucket. We'll call it a day. Maybe hit up Shigure, see if she's DTF. Yeah, because fuck this shit. Now the two people who should be my best friends are ignoring each other, or at least one is ignoring the other. Beats me. She seems unhappy with you. You should talk to her. Unhappy with me? Why? Like I said, beats me. I see. One sec. I'll run a quick search. Her thumbs blur over a phone in a whirlwind. I can practically see smoke trailing from the machine. Alright, two girls, one very close, now ignoring or fighting with each other. Oh. I should have expected this. What is it? She's scared, Yama. Scared that I've come to steal you away from her and claim you as my own. Wait, what? How could I be so blind? Of course this might happen. She's jealous because I might endanger your friendship or even attempt to seduce you, and thus, leave her alone. I think you should stop turning to the internet for everything, Miki. Just a thought. But she's already in her own little world. Ridiculous, as if I'm actually in love with you? I'll clear this up with her as soon as possible. Gee, thanks for shattering my manly ego. Maybe if they actually can get a decent conversation together, the sacrifice will be worth it. Alright, let's roll the dice. Do we actually think that that's gonna work? Like, let's be honest. We all know how visual novels work, right? No tension, no drama. There's gotta be drama and tension. I'd say we at least have at least 2 more days with this bullshit before it actually clears up. At least. Minimum. And that's not including all the extra shit that I might have to do with Shigure. But, and who knows if that'll throw a wrench into things, because fuck off. Anyway, I can only sigh as I follow a mumbling Mikasaki to class. I keep wanting to call her Mikasa because it's Attack on Titan. I didn't finish it, but you know. I go on a long trek through the city with a 115-pound weight on my back, and that is what I get for it. Maybe I should have just made Rui walk on her own. She certainly seemed fine by the time we ran into Miki. Wait a minute. She certainly seemed fine. Rui walked to her classroom without a problem. Didn't she just sprain her ankle? Badly? So badly that she needed to be carried? Actually, when I take a step back, everything just downright fishy. A seemingly random detour to the main street. A seemingly random make-believe running sequence. A seemingly unavoidable bridal-style ride. All the pieces fall into place. Really, are you just now catching this, possibly? Looks like I'll need to visit a certain blonde-haired troublemaker during lunch break. A certain Akira Karube? Karube. Classes get off to a dreary start. Yahiko naps through math. I almost follow suit. The teacher's voice is hypnotic and not in a good way. Elizabeth glares at me through English, probably because the teacher had me recite some Edgar Allan Poe and I found it so stupid I didn't even try to get the accent right. Sorry, Your Highness, we're now all bilingual like your perfect self. Then it's world history. Our teacher arrives in a camouflage getup, proudly waving Isamu's city flag and screaming at the top of his lungs. Okay, maggots, listen up. You think school is easy. You think it's only a cakewalk. I don't know why I feel like he needs to have this voice. Well, you're right, because this blessed place has gone soft. Back in my day, we didn't have no study guides. Textbooks, we had to write them ourselves. Upside down, uphill, in the snow, both ways. While my peers seem petrified, I only smile amusedly. If only all classes were like this. None of you have any excuses to get less than a 90 on your test. So help me, if I say a single 80, I'll give you a taste of the old days. Yahiko is sliding beneath his desk as if he wants to melt into the chair. The old days? Oh, I was really excited to get his voice, so I can't even front. The teacher's eyes flare with delight as if he was waiting to be asked. That's right, them old days. They'd string us up by our ankles over a pit of hungry lions. I don't think that's true. Yahiko squeaks and buries himself under his desk. Fucking A. Yahiko, stop being a little bitch. Do lions even exist in Japan? Alright then, maggots. Let's get this party started. The teacher thrusts a heavy finger at the board, sending the test to each of our desks. You've got till 11:25, sissies. Then it's Judgment Day. With that, he flops on his chair, props his feet up on the tabletop, and stuffs his face into a ragged newspaper. I give the test a once-over. I should have studied more, but maybe I can bluff the right answers. What was Europe's rapid colonization of Africa after the 1880s driven by? Raw materials, strategic advantage, and new markets, heavy demand for workers in European factories, interest in tourism, and game hunting. I'm gonna say raw materials. What does the ancient yin-yang Chinese symbol represent? Oh, I actually do know this one. The theory that everything is opposite but complementary. Zen concept of unity and artistic expression. Dualism, which everything is in conflict and unresolvable. The theory that everything is opposite but complementary, because light, dark, but bit of dark and a little bit of light. Yeah, I know my yin-yang. Alright, write the correct chronological order of at least 3 current world religions. Buddhism, Christianity, and Islam. I know Islam's last, so it's one of these two. Christianity, Buddhism, Islam. Christianity, Buddhism, Islam. I want to say that's how it works. I wish I could know if I'm getting the right answers. I hope that there's like something that actually pops up at the end. It's like, yeah, these are the right answers. What was the intention of China's Great Leap Forward? To expand Chinese influence in the third world, industrialize China's economy, expel Japanese occupation from Korea. I'm gonna say industrialize Chinese economy because China was very by itself for a very long time. I actually get to like pretend like I know stuff. China was very by itself, so it had to push itself forward in its own industrialization, and it doesn't like influences from the east or the west. Yeah, west. What European practice did colonial Spanish America's encomienda system emulate? I know none of these things, so I'm just gonna take a wild guess and say manneralism. Actually, let's go nepotism. I don't know what the hell any of those are. Huh, that went better than I expected. I glanced around the classroom, gauging the reactions of my peers. They ranged from triumphant to utter despair. Surprisingly, Yahiko is the fastest writer of them all. Trumping even Elizabeth. Out of curiosity, I still peek at his test. Name. Calling people names is rude. Date. I'm not dating anyone right now. List several ways the Russians prepared for the Cold War. They wore really big coats and took medicine every 6 hours. Describe how Hitler gained influence in Germany. They produced a lot of chocolate until they were the biggest candy factory in Asia. This isn't how it works. Yahiko. Oh my god. Is he for real? Lord Christ, Yahiko is a fucking idiot. He is a goddamn idiot. He really is. Anyway. What major event incited the Japanese capitalization during World War II? The nuclear bomb? Oh, he almost got this one right. Yahiko? Time for sign language. Your answer on question 3 is wrong. He grins and shoots me a thumbs up. What major event incited the Japanese capitalization during World War II? The Rego movie premiere. He raises his eyebrows at me. I nod encouragingly. Now all his answers will look dumb. That's more consistent. I return to my exam. The last question. The last question that remains is a long essay. Elaborate on one of the following historical themes with at least 3 specific examples from the covered materials. Subjugation of humanity, economic inequality, wealth disparity, role of religion in society. Well, this will be easy. I select the first option and start rambling about how everyone sucks and is unbelievably power hungry. It's the easiest essay I've ever written. I finished with plenty of time to spare. After I hand in my test, I take a moment to evaluate my surroundings. Oh, Yahiko's reached the essay. Perfect. He selected the second option, the economic gap between wealthy and poor. Let's take a look. I believe that the solution to all conflicts and stuff between rich people and poor people is that they should try to understand each other. Like, rich people need to realize the hardships of poor and try to do something about it. And the poor need to understand that not all rich people are the same. That's all he pins before he turns in his test. He completely missed the point of the question, but that was an unusually sober answer considering he's, well, Yahiko. TBH, I'm still slightly blown away that he wrote coherent sentences. But, you know, GG. GG Yahiko. Rid of my entertainment, I stare into space and think about nothing as class continues on. When the lunch bell rings, everything seems to happen at once. Misaki leaps to her feet, snatches up her backpack, and storms to the classroom door. I hurriedly tap her on the shoulder. Where are you off to? To track down Rua, of course. You sound like you're stalking prey. Who says I'm not? Okay. And obviously, with no intention of slowing down, she barrels out of the room with a single purpose. As she does so, a group of girls race into the room, crowding around Elizabeth. Is this you, Elizabeth? You won the art contest? Gosh, is there anything you aren't good at? It's such an amazing painting. You're so cool. Elizabeth smiles at her groupies. Unusually gentle. Thank you. She coughs delicately. Oh, sorry. My throat is feeling a bit dry. Oh, stay right here. I'll get you some tea for you. Hurry up. Don't keep her waiting. I don't know if I'm using the same voices at all. I'm probably not. Elizabeth smiles in anticipation as the groupie sprints out of the room. The whole display just makes me want to gag. Then Masato comes roaring in. I cringe, expecting yet another sales pitch for the track team. But he crashes past me, grabbing one of my hopeless classmates. You! Who? Me? You started a bitter family feud, you ignorant whelp! Huh? What? I've never seen you in my life! You mess with my little bro, you mess with me! Come here! Masato seizes the student's ear and drags him into the hallway, leaving a trail of gossiping students in his wake. Huh, weird. I never knew Masato had a little brother. See ya, dude. What? Where are you going? Seriously, to see applicants for my amazing club, of course. You're interested in joining? It's called the Happy Club. Suddenly, I'm very glad I have other plans. Have fun with that. The only beams. I will. And with that, he promptly disappears. That was oddly hectic for an ordinary school day. Well, at least it's convenient. Now I'm left to my own devices. Sweet. Alright, Akira. It's time to have a few words with you. Oh yeah. Forgot I'm mad at this bitch. Where's she at, though? Where's she at, though? Where's she at, though? I enter the cafeteria with laser focus, searching for the familiar head of a blonde girl. I vaguely notice Yahiko gesturing exaggeratedly to a few skeptical students, but I pass over them. After a few minutes of circling the cafeteria, I still haven't caught sight of my intended target. Support ni Sarge! I quickly whip around and come face to face with the object of my search, a bright-eyed girl bubbling with energy as demonstrated by her tendency to bounce on the balls of her feet. Hey, Akira. It's been a while, Sarge. It's been a while, Sarge. I can't help but sigh. I can sense the ensuing conversation will be a very long and difficult one. My name isn't Sarge. I never said it was. Why do you keep calling me Sarge? Because Sarge is short for Sergeant. She stops as if that's an adequate explanation. Bitch, I swear to God, if you don't give me some fucking answers. And I'm hungry, so let's go get some food. She skips to the buffet table to swipe her card. The fuck just happened? This girl it's impossible to get a straight answer out of her. Akira is an interesting case. She and Rui joined the drama club last year. That's how they became friends, or so they claim. It didn't take long for them to become close, and this year they're rooming together. Akira, well, if I had to describe her, I'd say she's free-spirited, doing her own thing, off in her own world. She doesn't really associate with us much, just Rui. She's a bit eccentric though, I suppose, in a refreshing way. I suppose. When we've gotten our food, Akira makes her way to an obscure corner of the cafeteria and digs through her bag, pulling out a green and white plaid blanket with a flourish. I present to you Annette Dion Hellison the 17th. I crane my neck trying to peek into her bag. Where? Here. She shakes the blanket. The blanket? Oh, don't be rude. How would you feel if Annette Dion Hellison the 17th called you the human all the time? Use her name. I'm not going through all the effort just to spare the feelings of an inanimate object. She frowns at me, but gently lays the blanket on the floor. Don't come crying if Diana exacts retribution on you for the grave insult you've just made. I'm sure I'll live. Akira only shrugs and settles on the blanket. A few students in the background send us bewildering glances. Why don't we just sit at a table? Why don't we just sit on the ground? I think I've met a female me and I don't like it. I don't fucking like it. Being overdramatic is my damn thing. And I'm not sure I like this. Someone else is taking over and I don't appreciate it. And she's got tits. It makes it worse. Chairs are meant to be sat on. So's the ground. What? Fine, you sit on the ground. I'll sit at a table. Akira sighs and obligingly stuffs Annette Diana Hellison the 17th back into her bag. Fuck that name. ADH. I'm gonna start calling her ADH. Fuck that. You know, if Rui and I are like peas in a pod, you're like this awkward leaf that's growing really far down the stem. Oh my god. I see you all the time, but we never actually hang out. That's not really fair. You chose not to hang out with us. On second thought, I'm not sure I'd be able to handle Akira on a daily basis. Aw, Sarge, I never said it was your fault. Alright. I gather myself as Akira takes a seat beside me and starts to dig in. The ankle incident just ask her about the ankle incident and this whole nightmare will be over. Something interesting happened today. Did you pretend that you were a cross-dressing duchess? The fuck comes up in your mind? What? Guess not. Too bad. That would have definitely been interesting. Most brains have interconnected neurons, but I'm beginning to think that Akira's brain is structured without rhyme or reason. No, Rui tripped and injured her ankle. Oh no! Well, I don't think she actually injured it. She was running around on it just a few minutes later. Did you carry her? Yeah. Piggyback? Why does that matter? Oh, the healing power of true love. How I envy your bond. You see, love is like antidepressants with herbal infusions. Most of the time, people just get involved so that they feel good, regardless of the actual result. But sometimes, if your bond is truly deep, it can actually physically heal you. I fucking hate this girl. Only sometimes, though. Like, maybe less than 0.016%. I carried her bridal style, actually. Bridal style? 10 times the healing power. 10 times the bond. Like a covalent bond, or iconic depending on properties. Or ionic depending on properties. Her way of thinking is impressive. Honestly, I don't know how she makes these associations. Look, Akira. Can you just give me a straight answer? The angle of an answer is irrelevant since an answer is an abstract concept and therefore is not subject to angles in the first place. I fucking hate her. I fucking hate her. I can't stand her. I can't stand her. Right. Did you have anything to do with Rui pretending to injure her ankle? I plead the fifth. Isn't that American? Oh, right. I plead the 38th. I can only sigh at this. Akira definitely had something to do with it. If past examples are anything to go by, she probably formed an elaborate plan and managed to convince Rui to go along with it. Look, I know Rui's your friend, but stop trying to matchmake us. Honestly, it's getting a little annoying. Really, like this fucking conversation with her? Cause that's annoying. Just like how you pretend you don't notice Rui's feelings. I take back everything I said about Akira being refreshing. She isn't refreshing at all. She's a meddler. Look, it isn't exactly your business. Can you stay out of it? Oh, but it is my business. More than you might think. That sounds ominous. Still, it'll end up hurting Rui. Do you want that? Why would Rui get hurt? Just let me deal with it, okay? It's already complicated enough. It doesn't have to be. Why did I bring her? I completely changed her voice. It doesn't have to be. This is just too much trouble. Look, Akira, what you're doing will only end up hurting Rui. If you just want to bug me, that's fine, but leave Rui out of it. I scoop up my dishes and leave the table before she has a chance to speak. Maybe it's rude, but I'm not encouraging any delusional fantasies regarding Rui and I. I don't know why I felt the need to correct that, but I did. I head back to the classroom, spending the rest of lunch period half-heartedly studying. Afternoon classes pass by uneventfully. Elizabeth seems to be in a good mood from the praise from her groupies. She completely ignores me instead of hassling me. Yahiko is unusually quiet. Even Masaki is all but silent. From her clouded expression, I'd guess that her discussion with Rui didn't go too well. When the bell rings, I'm almost unsettled at how quiet the day was. The lull of the afternoon seems to settle in every crevice of the classroom, bringing a haze of sleep with it. The teacher's voice slips into an indiscernible drone as every student struggles to keep their eyes open for the few remaining minutes of school. Understood? Alright, homeroom dismissed. Immediately, everyone bolts to their feet, chatting amiably as they make their way out of the classroom. Only the 4th day of school and we're already sick of it. I guess that's 3rd year for you. Really, I was done with it. Fuck. When did I start freshman year? Oh, hey, Misaki. Did you see the new episode of Grover Mecker yesterday? Why, of course. I tuned into the live stream at the moment it opened. Oh, wow. It's the Unexpected BFFs. So, what'd you think? Well, when I saw President Jay Graves spontaneously... Wait, sorry, no spoilers. You know, since Yama might not have seen it yet. Oh, right. How exceedingly generous of him. I thought it was entertaining as always. It was the best episode so far, wasn't it? It definitely was. Well, no offense, but I don't think the bar is set very high. What's this, man? Did you get a real girlfriend? Figured it was Masato. Masato, my man! How was your vengeance? Wait, what? Some punk paid a group of boys to bully Masato's little brother because he hates Masato. But I bet that Masato gave him a taste of his own medicine. Hell yeah, I did! You pick a fight with one of the Kurigan, you pick a fight with all of them. Wait, won't you get in trouble for hitting him? He'll definitely tattle on you. Wah! Hit him? Nah, man, I locked him in a room and taught him the cluster decomposition theorem. Made him write a paper on it in one sitting. Somehow that sounds a lot more horrifying than just getting beat up. Hi, I don't think we've met. Who are you? I transferred here yesterday. Masaki Kazuhai, at your service. She's super cool. She watches Grover Mecker and she's a model. Ha! That's cool! Name's Masato Kurage. I'm on the track team. He stops there. We wait for a moment, expecting a more elaborate introduction. And what? That's all that matters, ain't it? Not the fact that he's the president of the honors club or one of the top students in the school or a 3rd year. I take it you enjoy track then. Hell yeah! Track is like water. Without it, you die. Track is like air. Without it, you die. Track is like fried chicken. Without it, you die. Why did I have to say that? That's some dedication. Yep, and I'm staying this way, or my name's Yama Ishimoto. That was uncalled for. Well, as long as you keep at it, I'm sure you can accomplish anything. Says every cliche movie ever. They ignore me and firmly shake hands. It's like she's becoming friends with everyone. Everyone except Rui, ironically enough. So how do you all know each other? She, Yama, and Rui are childhood friends, actually. Whoa, real? Why ain't Rui here then? An awkward silence falls between Masaki and I, with the hapless Yahiko in the middle. Huh? Now that you mention it, she should be here by now. You don't think she got called for cleanup duty, do you? We don't have cleanup duty, Yahiko. The school pays for janitors. Oh, that would explain a lot. How many years has he been at the school again? Hold on. Someone give me a straight answer. Where's Rui? Masaki clears her throat and steels herself. We're not in the best of terms at the moment, but I'm working to resolve the issues as soon as possible. You sound like you're debugging some code. You sound like you're debugging some code, Miki. But it's true. We're not getting along particularly well. Masato inches away from her, suddenly cautious. Huh. I see. See what? You guys were just getting along. Masato turns to Miki with a grave expression. I don't know, man. Something about you seems sus. Something about you seems sus. That's kind of harsh, but at least you told her up front. What? I should have seen it earlier, but yeah, you're too nice. Don't you work in the modeling industry? Ain't you supposed to be a cutthroater and all that? It's not like I'm some kind of dastardly mastermind. Then what's the deal with you and Ryu? I'd like to know myself. She's the one ignoring me. They both stare at each other. They both stare each other down. None of us budge. This would be awkward as hell to be a part of. Hell. I don't know. I'm going to track. He strides out of the classroom without any farewells or apologies. That was strange. Sorry about that, Masaki. Masa's not usually like that. Maybe he hates something funny. I doubt it. Well, this just got awkward. First Rui, now Masato's pushing Miki out into the cold. Usually they're the warmest and most inclusive people I know, but this time... A lot of dots. Something save me. Anything. Yo, where's Elizabeth? Is she willing to piss me off right now? Because I'm cool with that. Oh, text message. Huh, that was convenient. Dude, what type of phone is this? She put her name in my phone as Divine Master? Really? She put her fucking name in my phone as Divine Master. The fuck? Whatever. Okay. Whatever. I'm not upset by this. I'm not irrationally angry by this. I am not irrationally angry by this. Cafe de la Paz. 5 p.m. Do not dare be late or I shall dock your pay. Also, I insist you share your location with me. I'll go ahead and assume that this is from Shigure. It doesn't have a picture of her or anything. How the hell did he get that picture? At no point did they take a picture. Nonetheless. Wait, isn't this on a volunteer basis? What kind of pay am I getting? And the final message. Wait a minute. Does your phone even support location sharing? The answer is immediate. Yes. But it's so old. Some implements improve with age, Ishiyama, unlike your brain, I predict. I don't know why, but she reminds me of freaking Beatrice from ReZero. I suppose. Why am I working for this woman again? Whatever, I mashed a few buttons to share my location with her. It's not like she'll break into my house and steal my stuff, right? Since she's a detective in an official capacity, she'd get in a lot of trouble. Wait, am I legitimately entertaining this idea? Ugh, this woman terrifies me. Dude, why are you smiling? Huh? Smiling? Grinning, as a matter of fact. Grimacing, not grinning. There's a big difference. Sorry, but something came up. Turns out I have to go. That's fine. I have my club to see to. Ooh, you have a club? Yeah, I just started it. Want to join? It's called the Happy Club. Oh, sorry, but my work schedule limits my ability to participate in clubs. Oh, well, that makes sense. Wow, smooth. She should go into politics. Who in their right mind would actually want to join a group called the Happy Club? Sounds like a fucking cult, honestly. Then, ladies and gentle fellas, I shall be off. See ya. Oh, see ya. Bye, Yahiko. You too, Misaki. Have a good rest of the day, Yama. Alright, let's get into the mystery part of this. Oh shit, I forgot this is a mystery part. Let's do it. And with that, we managed to barely salvage the awkward atmosphere as we go our separate ways. I pull up to the Café de la Pris on my phone and find that it's on the same street as GFC. Well, that makes this an easy walk, unless of course it's referring to the other Café de la Place, which is on the fairway on the border of District 8. Might as well try the closest one first. Shigure doesn't seem like the type to go out of her way just to make me miserable. Or rather, she doesn't seem like the type to inconvenience herself. There are cliques of academy students through the streets, girls immersed in superficial gossip and guys exchanging ridiculous glares. Ridiculous dares? Dares. Sweet. I pass by a handful of police officers on my way. They nod courteously, but there's a shadow to their evaluating gazes. I keep my stride long and my steps quick as I round the corner to the denoted rendezvous point. When I first see the place, I have to double check my phone to make sure I didn't take a wrong turn somewhere. By the quaint, lovely name, I was expecting some charming variation of the polished, established Buckstar's coffee house. So good at non-copyright infringement. Buckstar. I want to call it Barstucks. I might as well call it Barstucks. It's the same damn thing. Barstucks. Buckstar coffee house. Okay. Instead, I'm met with the definition of modest, chipped paint, dusty windows, and a swaying sign with 3 broken letters. Maybe this is Shigure's way of exacting vengeance? I take a deep breath before I enter the cafe. Surprisingly, the place is really decent on the inside. Holy crap, those cupcakes look really good. Ooh. Masquerade. A girl and the samurai. What is that over there? I don't know, is that like fucking Dongdam Rampa or some shit? This is a really nice place. I like this. Surprisingly, the place is really decent on the inside. Sophisticated and sleek, the array of elegant furniture is punctuated by the black grand piano along the far wall of the cafe. A delectable smell of butter and sugar drifts from the counter of the shop, where several intricate glass displays boast rows of unique pastries reminiscent of a fairy tale world. Welcome, may I take your order? The cashier greets me with a smile, drawing me to the front counter. Wait a minute, isn't she... Oh, it's over. Oh, it's over. I'm done. All right, guys, it's been real. It's been fun. I'm done. Nothing is gonna make this better. I say that, but fuck that if I think I'm done. Fuck that. Oh, I'm about to ride the fuck out of her. She's a Starbucks barista. Oh, this is great. That's great. Oh, you got the name tag, the stupid tie, the fucking dumb blazer. Oh, yes, this is amazing. This is amazing. Fuck you. Fuck you. She was an asshole. I'm sorry. Fuck you. And a shitty skirt to match. God, and what is up with that fucking tennis boy hat, bro. She looks like one of them tennis ball retrievers, the ones that like rushing across to grab like the balls after like the tennis after it goes out in tennis. That's exactly what she looks like. Oh, that fucking hat. Yeah. Come to think of it, I've never seen where she goes after class ends. Of all people, it would be you. Consider it your lucky day. Just give me your order. Heh, this situation is just too good to pass up. Elizabeth? A cashier? A barista? Oh yeah. Doing like me, why would such a wealthy, empowered young woman stoop to making lattes and washing dishes? Work experience, obviously. Every successful person comes from humble beginnings. I might believe her, but she's averting her eyes. But the way she's averting her eyes is suspicious. So why didn't your parents get you some cushy internship at your dream corporation? You know, some people want to earn their success instead of being spoon-fed by their parents. But being spoon-fed is so much easier. I've learned by now that comments like these will tick off Elizabeth more than actual insults. Sure enough, it works. You're insufferable. What's that? I should complain to customer service about an abusive cashier? Just order already! As I lazily glance over the pastry displays, a flicker of motion catches my eye. It's the girl who always hangs around Elizabeth, an ordinary student settled in the corner, elbow propped up on her table, eyes glinting in amusement as she absentmindedly twirls a pencil between her fingers. Her back is slouched and her smile carefree, but there's something that seems a little odd about her. Elizabeth seems to notice my switch of attention and clears her throat. Are you going to order or are you going to waste space like always? Brunette girl. Oh, give him a moment, Beth. I glance at the book that's lying open-faced on her table, Advanced English Syntax and Grammatical Principles of Versions 3. That's the same text that I have for English. She must also be a third year, but in a different class. Head tilted slightly, eyebrows raised just barely. I get the impression that she's studying me just as hard as I'm studying her. Who are you? Isn't it courteous to introduce yourself before demanding my identity? As your buddy Lizzie has probably told you, courtesy isn't my strong suit. Oh, then what is? Nothing. Bitch, ain't nobody ask you. Just a bit of friendly advice, Beth, but you may want to watch your step around this one. What makes you say that? Why? He's figured you out. This elicits an unusual reaction from Elizabeth, bitten lips, fiddling hands, and an anxious shift of the eyes. Odd, I don't recall figuring out anything. Well, Yama, why don't you give Beth a little grace? Her eyes are twinkling at me challengingly, like she knows I don't know, but wants me to figure it out. Why would she do that? Why isn't she taking Elizabeth's side? Fine, I'll apologize, just don't tell anyone. Well, now, I really have no clue what's going on, but I might as well go along with it. Yeah, why shouldn't I? I'll... She seems at a loss for words, but I can't help but grin. You'll pay me? You know I can't! This catches me off guard, but thankfully I'm able to hide my expression just in time. Interesting, she can't pay. That can only mean she's not as high and mighty as she pretends to be. Maybe her spending is restricted by her parents, or maybe she's legitimately poor. This just gets better and better. I feel like kind of a dick, but I am so happy I finally get to abuse the abuser. It makes me just feels fantastic. Oh. So it's that big of a deal if everyone finds out? Don't even think about it! Yep, definitely not the rich, perfect princess that everyone was led to believe she was. Say pretty please with a cherry on top. Pretty please with a cherry on top? As begging goes, it's subpar, but I decide to let it go. I don't plan on making her life miserable. It's more of a power thing. With blackmail hanging over her head, she'll finally stop bothering me. I turned from the counter to survey the pastry case. Elizabeth's shudders drop in relief. The girl at the table loses interest and returns to fiddling with her pencil. You never did tell me your name. Am I obliged to? As you said, it's common courtesy. Now, when did I say I was courteous? Fair play. She brushes her pencil into her bag and slings it over her shoulder, winking at Elizabeth. I'll see you later, Beth. I'm figuring out her fucking name. And Yama, play nice. She floats out of the cafe without another word, shutting the door softly behind her. Come to think of it, how does she know my name? She probably learned it from Elizabeth. Suddenly, Elizabeth rings up my order of 3 pastries and a smoothie as I spend a few minutes pondering the strange girl. What's her name? Why do you want to know? Is it really that big of a deal? Elizabeth sighs in clear exasperation. Her name is Natsuki Tanaka. Natsuki Tanaka. Okay. Now you can hit on her. Congratulations. Bitch, please. I lean over the counter until my face is inches from hers. What makes you think she's the one I want to hit on? Elizabeth glances away, instinctively disturbed by my proximity. Right, as I'm about to feel the rush of triumph, I catch a slight scent country. Right as I'm about to feel a rush of triumph, I catch a slight scent country lavender with a hint of vanilla. It's oddly magnetic. I'm suddenly bulldozed by a sensory onslaught. I can see the curl of her long lashes and gleam of her eyes, every perfectly tapered point of every hair, the subtle curve of her lips. I stagger backward, fighting against the images in my head. I need to get a hold of myself. This is Elizabeth. Okay, dude. Hey. So there's a trick that you can use. You can hold your penis for about 10 seconds. It'll cut off the blood flow. You'll no longer be erect. You can continue to fuck with this girl without actually wanting to fuck this girl. And that's what I'm saying. Because I want to fuck with her. I don't want to fuck her. She's an asshole. No amount of hate fucking can go on right now. She's always been pretty. Why let it mess with me now? In a shaky attempt to cover up my slip over, I shove a bill forward. Keep the change. Elizabeth elegantly plucks the bill from my hand, and before I can process what's happening, she wraps her fingers around my collar, pulling me forward. For a few painful seconds, she stays there, her lips inches away from my jawline. Keep wet change. You didn't give me enough in the first place. She releases me and I glance at the bill I hand her. Only 1,000 yen. Crap, she's right. I feel a blush on my face. I feel a blush flare at my cheeks as I slide another bill to her. The corners of her mouth pull up just slightly. Careful, wouldn't want everyone to know that you're actually poor, would you? Yeah. She's genuinely amused as she passes me my order and bustles off to make smoothie. I hate to admit it, but she doesn't look half bad when she smiles. I just need to get laid. That's what this entire book is about, isn't it? This entire novel is just about me needing to get laid. This entire thing is just about I need to know who my dick needs to go into. That's pretty much all I've been able to figure at this point. So whatever. I can't apparently get the top off of this drink. Get a grip, Yama. Yeah. Grip your dick really tightly. And you have 2 options. Either hold it long enough or go jerk off in the bathroom. 2 options. Do one of them because right now you're flip-flopping all over the damn place. Your dick's just everywhere. I'm gonna need it to stop. It's kind of gross. This is Elizabeth, who hounded you all of last year. The Elizabeth who keeps butting into things that aren't her business. The Elizabeth who believes that everything is in her control. That Elizabeth. Back to my senses, I select a butter croissant and throw the other 2 pastries in my backpack. There's not much to do, so I follow Elizabeth to the blenders. Apparently she's recovered because her face is set to its default disapproving scowl. What are you doing? Eating a croissant? Stop staring. You know, your workstation has windows for a reason. And that reason is not for you to stare at me like a pervert. What about an admiring fanboy? Blimey, you're insult. She didn't say blimey. Is she freaking British? Is she freaking British? Do I get to give her a British accent? Blimey, you're insufferable. Blimey, you're insufferable. I can't help but chuckle at the strain as a tinge of English leaks through her accent. She is slightly British. So are you actually from England? Why are you asking all these questions? I'm bored, and you're taking a long time to make my smoothie. Maybe I wouldn't take so long if you would stop distracting me. Maybe you need to learn how to actually focus. She huffily slams the lid down on the blender and starts it up. The roar of the machine blurs the sound between us. Oh dear me, I would like some tea and crumpets. Elizabeth's shoulders tighten and clear a noise. She's fucking British. Tally holds. What do you say to some fish and chips, mate? The blender picks up speed until it begins to whine. The weather is positively ghastly today, is it not? Then the blender stops. Elizabeth Wortley pours the mixture into a cup and caps it, handing it over the window. Firstly, I was born and raised in Japan, just like everyone else. Secondly, just because you're not bilingual doesn't mean you have to mock the people who are. She tears the wrapper off the end of the straw and sticks it roughly into the smoothie. Have a nice day. Come again. With that, she strides into the back room, leaving me by myself. I actually feel a little uneasy as I settle into the corner. I'd expected Elizabeth to lash out at me, just like every other time. But she was calm. Honest. Even if clearly annoyed. I'm kind of mad. I was hoping she was British. I was really hoping for the British, to be able to do a British girl the entire... I might still give her a slightly British accent just because I kind of want to do that now. I didn't know I wanted to do this. I didn't know I even slightly liked Elizabeth until just now, but she's still a bitch. So, is her heritage a weak spot? Did I bring up something I shouldn't have? That I should have left alone? Furthermore, why am I letting it bother me? She never shows me mercy, not on the days when I just want to be left alone. The days where life almost wasn't worth it. Shouldn't I do the same? I bite into my croissant, hoping to distract myself with its taste. The door of the cafe swings open. Shigure storms in, the tiny manifestation of fury as she... Shigure storms in, the tiny manifestation of fury as she clutches her phone against her ear, barking into its mouthpiece. As I previously I'm gonna fuck up all of her lines, and I know I am, so let's try this. Come on. Come on! Let's do this! As I previously explicated, the situation now merits further scrutiny. Have you compiled the informative analysis of the extraction methods? Your errant incompetence disgusts me. Trust that you shall be receiving a visitation from your supervising officer within the next 24 hours. Good day. She angrily shuts her phone and stuffs it in her pocket. Only then do her eyes land on me. Ah, Ishiyama. At last, someone with a manageable quantity of incompetence. Nice to see you too, I guess. Show me the receipt of your purchase. Purchase? For your pastries. I almost asked her why, but decide to just shut up and give her the receipt. She promptly marches the counter, taps her wallet against the card receiver, and marches back with 1,300 yen in change. She slides this to my side of the table with an expectant look. You need me to buy coffee for you? This is reimbursement. As your superior, I am treating you for this meeting. Oh, thanks. I'm honestly surprised. She came across as the type of person to make me pay for both of us, actually. Now, regarding tonight's mission. Whoa, mission? The phone now? Indeed, one of my asinine colleagues mislaid a pivotal dossier within the 6th district of Isamu. The sixth out of the 9 districts, also known as the District of Jugs, Gangs, and General Mayhem, where little children ought not to go. I think I know where this is headed. Your assignment is to retrieve it, tonight. Yeah, I saw that one coming. And why would I do this? The better inquiry is what God damn it. The better inquiry is what abhorrent consequence shall befall you if you do not. That stalls me for a minute, but I managed to think of a passable reply. Clearly nothing too terrible since you need me to go for you instead of going yourself. Funnily enough, instead of lashing out at this remark, Shigure only seems impressed. Perhaps she'll pass after all. Pass? The dossier's whereabouts are currently being established. I shall contact you with additional instructions at a later time. I didn't even say I would do this. I doubt that availability is an issue. How does she know? No, I'm not even going to ask. Not having a schedule conflict doesn't mean that I'll take it. Then consider it your municipal burden. But I never agreed to. Do you not wish to be something? To be someone extraordinary, to do something significant with your inconsequential existence? I'm tapping. I feel the need to tap my keyboard to like do her parts. And then it is settled. Stay in touch. She abruptly tilts her cap and storms out of the cafe, leaving me in stunned silence. I return to my apartment, feeling an unusual kinship with on-call military personnel. At this moment, everything is peaceful and quiet to the point of boredom. But the more I wait, the antsier I get. Like a ball of energy is tangled up inside me. I'd almost like to just go and get it over with, but District 6 is huge. There's no way I could find it without at least some general guidelines. I'd be going to the sketchiest area of the city with no backup, no support, and no health insurance. Fantastic. Heck, this is probably illegal for Shigure to do. Whatever. It'll be interesting and helpful, apparently. Since I have some free time right now, maybe I should watch Grover Mecker or text a friend. Part of me wants to watch Grover Mecker, but also I don't want to voice that shit. So we're going to text a friend. And I don't know what friend we're going to text, but we're going to text a friend. Who should I text? Elizabeth. Masaki. Rui. I hate every single one of these options. I hate every single one of these options, just to be fair. I could have texted one of the bros. Actually, the only one I even want to slightly talk to is Yahuko. Fuck off. Okay, well, I brought them out last time, but I didn't actually get to use them. But I do have just the dice for this. Now, I'm going to use a pyramid dice. And, 1 Elizabeth, 2 Masaki, 3 Rui, and 4 we roll again because fuck that. What are the chances of getting 4, right? So let's see what we get. I said what are the chances of getting 4, and what of course we get 4. So let's try that again. Oops, fell off. Can we get a good? Apparently we're texting Elizabeth. I'm not gonna lie, that was the one I was kind of hoping we didn't get, but you know what? Elizabeth, let's go. Fuck off. Let's text Elizabeth. Yama Ishimoto. Hey. What's up? When did I get Elizabeth's number? That's a question. Also, how is she? I'm pretty sure she's not off work. She was literally just at work. How did you get this number? Last year? Project? Remember? Creeper? What? Why did I put W-U-T? That was unnecessary. You made me take your number, LOL. Why are you even texting me? I'm bored. Go study. That's boring. Why am I even texting you? Because I'm so dashing. Stop distracting me, you ignorant little prat. She just called me a fucking prat. Hold up. I need to know the exact definition of what a fucking prat is, just so I can be angry enough at it. Call me a fucking prat. I'm kind of mad. I don't even know what I'm mad at, but I know she called me a prat. I'm pretty sure it's like a mixture of something and brat, but... Incompetent, stupid, foolish person, or an idiot. Or a person's buttocks. How many people call that? Damn, look at the prat on that one. Anyway. Sorry, I can't control my attractiveness. I'm done with you. You actually shut up? I thought you said you were done. Okay, I'm really done now. That's not true. Hey, what's up? How do you even manage to pass classes? Clearly, you never study. School's easy. So let me guess. You've never gone to a cram school? Nah. Never studied? Nah. Do you even do homework? Yeah. I don't understand you. Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to, you could actually be something. Nah, I'd rather be a person than a thing. Blimey, you're insufferable. Goodbye. Blimey. Tea and crumpets. Fish and chips. Long live the queen. Hello? I do believe you're ignoring me. That is really quite rude. Alright, little stick in the mud. I'll be on my way. I lounge against the sofa and stare into the ceiling, flipping my phone idly in my hands. I should study, or cook, or clean, or do something productive. I kind of want to keep texting Elizabeth. Okay, they've hit the spot, they've hit the perfect soft spot, because I like Elizabeth now. I think she's cool-ish. There's something about her that seems like it needs to be explored. And Rui seems like she's kind of pissed off at me, so I didn't want to mess it. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want to message Rui, I didn't want to message Misaki, and I really didn't want to message Elizabeth, but I'm kind of happy that we did. Mostly for the tea and crumpets. Oh, that's funny. It all sounds so painful. I sit here for a moment. Sit here and do nothing. I suck. Yeah. Oh, is it my divine master? Possibly messaging me? Oh, god damn it, no. I'm trying to scroll up my fucking phone. Alright. This is the address. I've appended directions that a toddler could follow. Rest in the knowledge that if you miraculously manage to lose your way, you will possess an intellect inferior to a toddler. Or perhaps that's already the case. I really want to see. Should I go now? It's not like I have anything better to do. And setting up early might give me some crucial information on something. Who knows? I throw on a jacket before I stride out the door, the cold night air cutting into my face. Oh shit. I feel like it's about to go down. I feel like it's about to go down. Whew. Strap in. Get it good. This part of Asamu is much less friendly. Is the much less friendly one, especially at this hour of night. Looks like the docks. This looks like the scene of every Japanese fucking mob movie ever. When you don't look, shadows that shift. When you don't look, shadows that shift, lights that gleam, smiles that shine somewhere in the darkness. When you do, only stillness, as if nothing odd has happened. Shady lights, dubious advertisements, a smattering of very unfriendly folk on every street corner. I probably should have just stayed home. Then I could have studied. Or, well, wasted more time, I guess. Anything is preferable to being murdered in the district with the highest crime rate. Alright, y'all. We're going into the Japanese equivalent of Chirac. It's about to get real. Yakuza are everywhere. Let's do this shit. Thanks a lot, Shigure. Consider it my contribution to defending into society. Gee, you're really comforting. If you are in quest for comfort, I suggest you pursue a plush creature of some kind, child. I'm not sure whether I should be proud or disturbed by the fact that I can perfectly emulate her. What the fuck was that? I catch the light syncopation of tidy footsteps, and despite every instinct railing against me, follow them around the corner. No one is in this area of Isamu at night. No one except the Yakuza? Wow, I was actually right about the Yakuza. Shit. A crazy murderer? Or maybe a different criminal. The question is, why am I willingly tailing someone who could kill me as easily as they could break apart a toothpick? That's what I was trying to say. I really need to reevaluate my life priorities. What the fuck? Who the hell are you? Yeah! I wildly staggered to my feet, ready to meet my attacker with, wait. To say the least, the girl before me is definitely not a threat. She's almost 2 heads shorter than me, small and skinny, with large blank eyes fixed on my own. She's also from my school, as I can tell from the fucking uniform. Her pale skin, pointed chin, and unbending posture remind me of a fragile doll. Furthermore, she's an academy student. What would someone like her be doing at this time of night? Sorry. I extend a hand to her. No. Her voice is light, wispy, like the words was pulled out of her mouth rather than spoken out of her own volition. What? She only silently stares into the distance. Okay. The more I examine her, the more mysterious this girl becomes. She appears dainty, thin frame, lacy hair accessories, full cheeks with big doe eyes and tiny feet. But her voice is monotone. Her words are few. Her gaze is dead, and she's walking fearlessly around this part of Isamu, where no girl should go alone. Are you lost? No. Even her reactions are unusual. For one, I have no idea what could possibly be going on in her head. This isn't really a safe area. Yet you're here. 3 words, the most she's spoken thus far. I'm not as weak, frail, she might consider that insulting, tired as you. Oh really? I give so many fucks. That's what that look is. You crashed into me. I didn't. What? You crashed into me. She states this flatly, as if absolute truth and no other alternative is acceptable. Right. It dawns on me that her complete lack of fear in this district of the city should be suspicious. She's tiny. Shouldn't she be terrified? Are you heading back to school? No. Well, I was gonna offer to escort her, but... where are you going? Are you going anywhere? It's like speaking to a brick wall. Do you need any help? She completely ignores my hand as she glides to her feet, idly brushing her skirt. Really, what is going on? I'll take that as a no. She glances around, not secretively, not even worriedly, almost mechanically. Then without a word, she walks away, disappearing back around the corner. That was strange. Although I'm not sure the word strange can even quantify just how strange that encounter was. Regardless, she's gone and I've got my own business to see to. Despite this calm line of thought, I'm still shaken as I head to the location Shigure has denoted on the map. Somehow it's the exact same location as the last place that we were at. Somewhere I must have taken a wrong turn. I tried to follow directions to the letter, but there's nothing in sight. I shuffle closer to the shadows, peering out of my corner of safety into the road. Several shady figures are gathered around a trash bin, laughing raucously around smoldering cigarettes. Maybe I'm supposed to spy on them? No, I'm supposed to retrieve that file. Still now, I can't see why Shigure sent me. Despite her competency at verbal abuse, she's small in stature and can easily be overpowered by any of these thugs. Moreover, she doesn't seem licensed to carry a gun. So of course, she decides to send a defenseless high school student in her stead. I creep around the side of a building, double checking my phone. Yep, right here, give or take a couple feet. I scan my surroundings, but there's so much litter I can't see anything particularly significant. Maybe I should ask Shigure? No, this is my assignment. I need to do this on my own. I absently run my hands over the brick wall to help. I absently run my hands over the brick wall behind me as if it'll keep me grounded. My fingers brushing over something smooth. Wait a minute. I turn to examine the offending spot. A folding piece of paper is shoved between the cracks of the wall. Judging by how fresh it looks, it must have just been put there recently. Hesitantly, I extract it and skim over the words. Congratulations, Ishiyama. You are not a toddler. My subordinates sent me these instructions to reach the file. A ping pong ball falls from a very narrow pipe that is fixed to the ground. All you have is your ping pong paddle, shoelaces, and a water bottle. How do you retrieve it? He claims the file is at the answer within half a block away from your vicinity. Wait. Alright, so this is gonna be... Alright, so I gotta get my critical thinking skills on, which is not good because it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Congratulations. Alright, a ping pong ball falls down a very narrow pipe that is fixed to the ground. All you have is your ping pong paddle, shoelaces, and a water bottle. How do you retrieve it? A puzzle? Seriously? Tell Shigure to get better directions. I'm gonna try to solve the puzzle. Well, I guess there's no getting around it. I have to find the file. Which object is the key to this puzzle? The water. I feel like it's the water bottle. Something with the water bottle. What part of the water bottle should I use? The body, the lid, the contents. Contents. Alright, I could use the water bottle, which means I could just freeze the water, throw it in the pipe, and force the ball out. Pour the water down the pipe. Drink the water and urinate into the pipe. Pour the water down the pipe. I could simply pour the water down the pipe, the ball would float to the surface, and I could easily pick it out. Seems like that's the answer. In that case, it looks like the answer is water. I take another look at Shigure's note. The file is at the answer within a half a block of your vicinity. Does that mean I have to look for a source of water? What does that even mean? Water's everywhere. The running faucets, the convenience store. No, wait. There's an old fountain on the side of the building. I walk a short way down the road. Sure enough, another obtrusive note is stuck to the rim of the inactive fountain. Figures, another note. I'm beginning to wonder if I'll find a file at all. Congratulations, Ishiyama. You are not a kindergartner. This is the next set of instructions. A petri dish holds a colony of bacteria. Every minute, each bacterium divides into 2. A scientist began the colony with a single bacterium at 12 p.m. At 12:43, the dish is half full. At what time will the dish be full? The hour of the answer is the direction in which you must proceed to reach the file. Fuck, I'm horrible at math. Alright. 43 means that there's... Shit, I need my fucking phone. Actually, no. Let's think about it. I'm just gonna see what it has for me. She's enjoying this, I swear. Well, either way, it looks like I have to solve this puzzle too. Thanks a lot, Shigure. Hour, minute. Well, that doesn't quite make sense. Dude, come on. I'm horrendous at math. This is the one thing I cannot do in a game. Come on. I'm cheating. Oh, that makes sense. 1244, because everything is half. That makes sense, actually. If every bacterium divides into 2 per minute, then it doesn't matter what time the colony was started. All that matters is that at 1243, the dish was half full. Therefore, at 1244, the dish will be completely full. That makes sense. I'm dumb. I don't do math, dude. Like, once numbers hit my face, I'm like, so that was completely useless puzzle that basically just told me to go forward. I walked down the road, keeping my eyes out for another slip of paper. As expected, there's another note jammed conspicuously between the crevices of 2 buildings. My question is, why did Shigure go through all this trouble in order to get these notes in the first place? She'd have to come here, which utterly defeats the purpose of sending me. Well, whatever. It looks like there's another puzzle to solve. Congratulations, Ishiyama. You are not a 5th grader. This is the 3rd and penultimate set of instructions. How can you throw a ball as hard as you can, not bounce it off anything, and still have it returned to you? The answer is the direction in which you must proceed to reach the file. I really want to complain to Shigure. Fuck it, we're complaining to Shigure. This woman, really? You're enjoying this, aren't you? Immensely. Wait, are you watching me? Stop wasting time. Fuck you! Fuck you, Shigure! Doesn't matter what game. If it's a girl named Shigure, fuck her! Doesn't matter what novel. Anyway, there's no getting around it. I have to solve the other puzzle. What do I change in order to have the ball come out without bouncing off anything? Direction? I can't bounce it off anything. Right, I can't bounce it off anything, and I can't change the circumstances, which means I have to change the direction. The question is, what direction? Throw it up. Just throw it up, and then it comes back to you. Alright, gravity's still in effect. I just have to throw the ball upwards in order to have it return to me. So the answer is up. As the note says, I have to reach. I locate a rickety 2-story building next to the canal. Wonder if this just so happens to be the building with stairs next to it. Guess that's where I'm supposed to go. I trudge upstairs, enveloped in darkness. My only comfort is the light that comes from my phone. Eventually, I come into a creepy storage room that's filled with all sorts of ominous shapes. I jerk backward as a deep shape bolts across the floor, but it's just a rat scurrying by. Shigure's doing this on purpose, isn't she? I swivel around the obstacles, keeping an eyes peeled for a telling corner of white. Suddenly, a silhouette wavers in front of my face. A spider. Of all things, spiders. What if it poisons me? Sinks its rabbit teeth into my jugular vein, stabs its awful spindly limbs straight through my heart, grows to the size of... Okay, now I'm just being stupid, right? Then it teasingly waves its odious twisted little leg, nearly catching me on the nose. I instinctively stagger backwards, flailing my hands before my face. My back slams into a hard, stony shape. I whip around, examining it fearfully. It's just a statue of a horse, plastered with a note! Finally! Hands still shaking, I seize the note and pursue its contents. The sooner I can get out of here, the better. Congratulations, Ishiyama. You are not a middle schooler. This is the final set of instructions. A rich man tells his 2 sons to race their horses to a distant city to see who will inherit his fortune. The one whose horse is slower wins. After wandering aimlessly for days, the brother asks a wise man for guidance. Upon receiving the advice, they jump on the horses and race to the city as fast as they can. What did the wise man say to them? Your answer will show you where the final file is located. Final set of instructions. I'm almost done. I actually feel somewhat disappointed. Despite my complaining and the spiders, I actually enjoyed these challenges. At any rate, I guess I better solve this puzzle and find the file. What could the wise man have said? He's there? Receiving advice, they jump. I want to think critically, but I know I'm not actually going to get it. I've just found something that's switch horses. Switch horses. Right, if they switch horses, they wouldn't have to race in order to win. So the answer is to change horses. There must be another horse around here. I glance around for another equine statuette, flinching away from a multitude of cobwebs, and spun around the corners. Thankfully, I spot one just a few feet away. Sure enough, there's a simple cream envelope slipped beneath its base. Could it be the actual file? Congratulations, Ishiyama. You may be slightly more capable than your worthless peers. There is no file. This was simply a test, and you passed. You may congratulate yourself, although frankly, it was such an easy test that there is really nothing worth congratulating. Take a picture of this note and send it to me as proof of your passable competence. Is she serious? Everything was fabricated. I almost can't believe it, but at the third note, I guess a small part of me was expecting this turn of events. TBH. Still, did she plant all of these notes on her own? Was that her way? Is that why the investigation was supposed to take place at night? So that she could have time to prepare everything? It's almost inconceivable, but it seems like that's the most likely option. And in all honesty, it's hardly beyond what I can imagine Shigure to do. Sighing, I pocket the note and carefully pick my way down the stairs into the street, steering clear of any corners or dark edges that best I can. Once I'm under some light, I can breathe a little easier. I take a quick snapshot of the note and send it to Shigure without comment. She doesn't respond immediately, which probably means that she received it. With that, I stick to the shadows as I return to my apartment. It's time to get some rest. I thought I was going to end the episode there, but the evening welcomes me with the forested arms as I stride into my beloved glade, my lovely burden slung over my shoulders. The sky is clear tonight, bitter, vacant, a spiraling abyss in a sea of strangled light. I take a moment to admire it as the familiar vegetation is crushed between my soles. Nothing constrains me, no incompetence, no bureaucracies, no iron gates, no suffocating schedules. Not at this hour, not at my hour. I dump my burden upon the ground, watching as she lolls away, still in a haze of beauty sleep. Innocent, peaceful, dreadful. I ready my knife, taking earnest vigil at its side. When the princess awakens, her guardian will be eagerly awaiting. Oh, well, that was terribly quick. I stoop next to my burden as she jerks upright, eyes rolling in panic. Good morning, sweetie. Where am I? Her voice trails into indistinguishable croaks as her wide, pale eyes fix on me. I spare a chuckle. What, expecting someone else? How did I get here? How else? I settle for a moment, allowing her to take in her surroundings, allowing her to see how dire her situation is. What fun is it without a tinge of panic? Please don't hurt me, please. What makes you think I would hurt you? So you'll let me leave? I casually lift my serrated weapon, allowing it to catch the moonlight at just the right angle. Now why would I do that? I advance towards her slowly. She ekes away, pulling her weight by her hands, but she is too tremulous to even attempt to run. A little dull, but vermin are vermin. Please, I have a mom, a dad, a boyfriend. I want to study, I want to grow up. Usually it's cute when they beg, but this girl is bothering me. Well, I want to have a little carving practice, so shall we do? Carving practice? Imbecile. My fingers twitch with impatience. Yes, carving practice, and I best get started. I savor my moments with her leisurely, meticulously. She tried to waste my time, I ought to return the favor. I finish all too quickly. The screams die in my ears as fading echoes of stilted crimson plummet the edge of my blade. The beautiful mess scattered across the ground is a sight for sore eyes. I take a moment to savor it, my canvas, my masterpiece, the heart of my soul and soul of my heart. If only it could have lasted a little while longer. Finished. A shadow slips from behind the trees, plodding unceremoniously on top of my finished work. Watch your steps. You're desecrating my chef d'oeuvre. The figure only stands in silence, waiting for my reply. I attempt a different line of questioning. Where are the others? Elsewhere. So I gathered. Are they coming? No. So who shall pick up my toys? I gestured to the artwork beneath the figure's feet. It doesn't budge. Me. You? Yes. By yourself? Yes. Call for the others. No. Why not? Leave if you are finished. It is certainly a one-sided balance of power. I can do nothing but acquiesce. I'm finished. I step away, but as the figure approaches my canvas, I swoop in, sliding my knife against its neck. Don't be so proud of yourself. The moment you are of no use to me, I shall have my way with you. It only stares unblinkingly at me, unfazed. Not finished? Equally parts disgusted and perturbed, I withdraw my weapon. I'm finished. Finished with you too. I turn to the brighter horizon, striding away without a backwards glance. And with that, guys, we are going to end our episode of Lucid9. I expected some drama as far as the mystery stuff with Shigure, but one, I didn't expect all those puzzles. Two, I didn't expect to meet up with our murderer again, our murdering friend again. And I wonder if that mysterious girl happens to be the same girl that we happened to walk into in the District 6. I kind of wonder. But those are just all my theories and what I have to worry about. But I'm now a lot more interested in Elizabeth. Dare I say she might have interested me in figuring out more about her. Misaki's still not talking to Rui. Well, Rui's not talking to Misaki, and Misaki's just kind of feeling sad and doesn't really understand why. Masato doesn't trust Misaki, and Yahiko is Yahiko, so Shigure's a bitch. That was the other thing. But honestly, with all this, I'm too tired to make a conclusion. It's 4:30. I'm going to bed. Guys, it's been percolating. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. Be sure to go leave a like if you guys are enjoying, and tell me what you guys are thinking about the series. To think of Elizabeth, especially after this, and all the other good stuff down in the description down in the comments down below. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.